bogogo nomkhulu, thokozani bogogo nomkhulu. Lisalukwazi sendoda lesi ugogo bathini mbatha u-anti Uhla. Isishingishane somoya umavula kuvala emzini noma yamadoda. Your number one locksmith. Pardon me about the good and the bad background noise. Livestock wealth. Gogo, what is a livestock wealth? I was born and raised in your typical township, Orlando East, Soweto, Johannesburg, South Africa. However, I've spent the most of my life in the rural. How, Gogo? Yes. Remember, I was at school at a certain time of my life. I was at school, which means I was in Soweto. And then most of my adult life, I've been in the rural. And I'll hear things like uthwele ngemfuyo. Yes, that livestock is his wealth. I grew up hearing such things, such words to say. It's a wealth. It's not just livestock. It's not just a matter of he likes livestock. No, it's his wealth. And you'll hear things that he will never slaughter. Actually, if one dies, he will go and buy another one. He will never slaughter. If he sells, he goes and buy again. It's his wealth. And I'm not saying everybody that has a livestock, a good livestock, number of livestock, that person, their wealth because of that livestock, which means they are using something. No, it won't be fair of me to say that. It's not everyone who's using motive for them to get wealth. Other people, they're just relying on their brains and it's working for them. Some of us, we started to rely on our brains and it didn't work. Or at first it worked and we've realized that now we need to look beyond our brains and we need to look for help. That's why I'm here in Ghana. I've started a journey on researching specifically kuloso sithwala leso, I think about 5 or 6 years ago. I remember very well, I even had malaria because I traveled, I drove from Empangeni to Pretoria to Polokwane, to Zimbabwe, to Bulawayo, to Zambia, at Bulawayo to what's this place? Binga, then back, like Binga, Zambia, then back to Bulawayo. Then I went to what is this place? I've passed your place like Maswingo, going towards Harare, passing places like your Gwedu, Maswingo. I've said it. I went to Chipinge. I remember very well. Yeah, went to those places. And in all of those places, I've done them in one trip, alone. And I was specifically in search of this thing called livestock wealth. And I got, it got so confusing. It's just that I don't go on a trip, especially to research for Muti, if my heart is not there. So my patience was at its high level. I was okay. Yeah, I was okay. Others, you just realize that, you know what, this guy doesn't know what they're talking about at all. But they will go on and listen to me. I would listen. Yeah, ngizolalela. I forget it. I listen. I listen. I listen. That's why people will always ask, Koko, how do you remember such information? Because it was a long time ago. No, if our ancestors, they click. I save on my spiritual hard drive. I save. And when I save, when I retrieve, I get all the files, and then I'll tell you, yeah, you were here, this is what is happening. And there's this guy that I said to him, where is Usbani Ban? I was mentioning the name of the wife, and he was surprised. I still remember even the name of the wife, and I've asked about the daughter. He was so shocked to say, Coco, I've seen you about 5 or, I mean, Coco, the last time I've seen you, I think it was 2019. And I said, yes. And but Coco, you still remember that? I said, yes, I do. But Coco, I came here only once. I said, yes, I do. And I knew that you'll be coming today. And he was surprised. So I listened to this old man. I remember he was at Chipinge, because I know Chipinge very well. There was a time I went to Chipinge almost twice a month when the greatest, the late allow me to say His Majesty Baba Ndunge, when he was still alive. That man was something else. He was something else. But I'll do a special video about Mr. Ndunge. That's why I'm saying the universe must allow me to say His Majesty. That is his level of healing. That is his level of opening things. That is his level of doing things to happen. When you get there, you'll swear that it's a wedding or something, or it's a ceremony and everything. Remember, we went there, and there was this a big guy that was coming, and we all had to move and everything. There was a helicopter on top. There was what that was his level. So I was doing the research, about livestock wealth, Twala and Fuyo. And one thing that I've realized when I was in Zimbabwe was that no, I'm here for one phase of Lesos Twala. One phase. And being here, thinking back from where I've started with this research in African countries, obviously I started in South Africa. But when I go outside of South Africa, what I've realized on my research, I realized that no, now that I'm here, I'm realizing that I actually started with the first phase and the most important phase: livestock safety. The safety of the livestock. Because you can have a livestock in general. You love goats, you love cows, you love chickens, whatever. But if that livestock is not secured, you're wasting time basically. Yes, secured beyond your supplements, your medication, your natural caring about the animal, because animal there's no muti. There is a plant that works with the well-being of an animal, like a well-being of a human. There's food that we can eat and supplements that we can take and everything, but somehow we need a certain medication. And after that medication, it won't assist you. You can know umuti of a certain thing, which this muti, it works on protection of this and this and this. But if you are not spiritually gifted to mix that muti and to make it to do things that it's supposed to do, it won't work. Again, pardon me for the noise. I have good noise and a bad noise where I am, and I don't have control over it. But I think my voice, it's not too much of a woman. You can really hear me. So I've realized I've started with a very important element, phase, stage, part, portion of the mixture that I'm putting together. I said around 5 or 6 years ago. And I'm still working on that till now. And I'm almost done. I'm actually done. It's just a matter that I need to come back, and it's one of the things that I need to come back to Ghana to finalize. It's one of the things I've spoken about in another video, that I still need to come back to fetch other things that I'll be able to do them for you guys directly from my hands to you. For now, I can just source it for you, get it from the old man, and send it to you. Yes, I started with the most important part, which is safety. Your livestock mustn't be stolen. It mustn't be hurt by the negative forces, which is very important. Then I got to the second one, which was Zambia, which it dealt a lot with multiplying, reproduction of of your of your your livestock. You know, when I went to Zambia, I remember I went to Zambia with a friend. I couldn't really get what I wanted. I think that was a mistake. I had fun traveling there, Nonjoman. However, I think it was not spiritual, because I did something that I don't normally do, to travel with someone. So I traveled alone. I think if it was somebody that was spiritual, it was going to be fine. But I traveled alone then the second time. And what I've realized, I really, it really took me back to Eskolweni. And I said to myself, why I was so domkop Eskolweni, but things that I remember now that are happening in my life, they take me back to school, because I remember that lesson. Because one of the muti that they use is the muti that you'll find, it's plants, it's flowers that you'll find along the road. Others, they are yellow, bright yellow. You know, others, they are reddish, orange, like there's beautiful colors of those plants that you'll find. Not every road, obviously. And I remember at school when we were taught Oguti, the reason that you see those flowers, those plants that have flowers along the road, it's because of cross pollination. No, no, cross reproduction. Yeah, cross reproduction. If I'm not mistaken, I was not good at school. Meaning, because of the vehicles that are passing, the flower that has the seed gets spread. When the seed is matured, it gets spread to other places, and then there's a rain, and then it grows, it grows, it grows, it grows, it grows. That alone, lo mutiloyo, is used in livestock now for your livestock to multiply. I'm just, you know what, Zambia and Ghana, you know, those two countries, they really makes me, I don't know, I don't want to use the word they make me feel stupid, because I didn't know. So you can't be stupid about something you didn't know. You just didn't know about it. Another one that is there in South Africa, anywhere in the country, in the world, sunflower. In isiZulu sithi ujikanelanga. Sunflower, it works on luck, in general luck. Your mood with luck. Your mood with luck makuthiwa ujikanelanga, which means it makes the opposite sex or the same sex, you have attention. Lalela, when you are in a certain place, people, they pay attention. They listen to you. They listen to you. I think my dad has used that moti on me, or rather on us, very long time ago. It's rare for me to be in the place whereby I'll be mentioned like and others. No, even before I accepted my calling, my name will be mentioned there. Somehow I appear. I'm not boasting or something, but I this thing, it's something that has been with me, that I always appear, I always be there. I might not dominate, because maybe it's not my event, but I always get recognized ukuthi naye beke khona. Before I was known in the social media platforms. Before the social media platforms, before Herbert introduced me even to Facebook, I was that person that I'm able to stand out. So uchiganelanga, it works with that. The sunflower, it deals with that because it turns with the sun, where the sun is facing. It turns with it. So I've seen that muti when they were mixed, because now when I'm in these countries, I work in two ways. It's not just to collect the muti. Yes, I collect first, pay for what I've collected, then I pay to learn. Nyakanyesa, to learn, to know what is it that is mixed. And I don't have to know everything that is mixed, because I know the secret ingredients in every muti that they cannot tell me is their secret. I'm not here to look for their secret. I've got my own secret ingredients that I use to make sure that muti does whatever it's meant to do. Then, boom, Ghana. Then I get this thing again. Okay. Ghana is not that big in livestock. Yes, I still yet to go to other parts of Ghana, but from what I've seen so far, they are not as there in terms of muti. But there's a lot that they have in terms of in the mixture of whatever you have regarding the livestock wealth to add. They have a strong add-on ingredient in that. Guys, this part of wealth, it is not for everyone. It is for specifically for a person, for individual that are in love with livestock. That is the first criteria for one to have this. You cannot just wake up in the morning, you don't even know how to take care of the chicken. Your normal hen in your yard or in the neighbors and everything, whenever you see a chicken in your yard, you throw a very huge stone on it, you chase it out and everything. You don't have love of chicken. You don't have love of livestock. You are not a livestock person. This one is not for you. Yes, it can bring you a lot of money, but it won't bring you a lot of money because you are not into livestock like any other business. Gogo, I want to get into business of liquor. I want to have a liquor business. I can see, Gogo, the liquor business, it has money. So, Gogo, I want to get into a liquor business. Gogo, please help me. Then you come, you pay for the scoop, you pay for a snake, whatever that you take, I give you. You go. Then it doesn't work. Then you blame who? You blame me. You go around in social media and say, yeah, Gogo gave me something that is not working. And you'll be surprised why I'm not answering in social media. It's because of I don't deal with social media critics. Because I know the truth. And you know the truth. So you took something for a business of liquor. Liquor business on its own, it's not for everyone. I don't know if this is clear. I'm not sure. Liquor business on its own, it's not for everyone. You cannot just wake up and say, I'm going to sell alcohol. If I'm not saying that you need to drink alcohol for you to sell alcohol. No. I know of people that are very successful in alcohol. They don't drink and they've never drank alcohol in their lives. Never. Not even in their childhood, they've never. But they are very good in that business because they are good with people. They understand people's behavior in general. They understand how it's a person's behavior transforms from being sober up to being drunk. Sober, tips, drunk. Sober, tipsy, drunk. They understand that equation. That's why they are good in liquor business. They didn't just wake up and everything. They love people. They love people. They are so inclined into people. They love people. They don't have a problem with people. They are very social, yet disciplined. They are very friendly, that yet firm in whatever they say. No, I don't like this. They understand the human nature of people who are drinking alcohol. The same as livestock. In livestock, you need to love livestock. You need to love it. You need to care about it. So I will say, before you take your money to Gogo Batini and say, Gogo, I've heard you talking about livestock wealthy, do yourself a favor. If you are not into a livestock, because sometimes we are not in livestock, not because of you don't like livestock, but you're just not in it yet. Take the money that you were going to pay me with. Just go and start livestock in general. Just go in general and grow chickens. I normally say chickens are the easiest thing you can do. Grow chickens. Start with your normal chickens that we sell. They sell on the street. Your normal chickens, from just buy day one chickens. Learn how to take care of the day one chickens until the 6 weeks that they are ready to be sold. Learn that art first. Try, just start with 2 goats. Two goats, not one, 2 goats. 2 female goats. Just start with that. Test the water just with 2 goats. You've done your chickens. Let's say obviously your place guys must be conducive for that. You cannot do that in a suburb. No, you'll be fired. I don't have motive to stop the bot not to get rid of you. I'm sorry. I don't have that motive. I don't think it's available anywhere in the world anyway. So your environment must be conducive. Find out what can work where you are. Sometimes we have nice land, or you have an access to a nice land, a good land, conducive land for livestock. Start with chickens only. Just buy 50 day-old chickens. They're about 12 rand, 13 rand each. Oh, I started with day one chickens when they were 2 rand each. My mom, I was breastfed the love of livestock from my mom. At home, it was big. That chicken, when they killed it, it took about 2 days to be cooked. It used to chase people. It was our home dog. Those that grew up with me, Orlando, they will know that chicken. It was our home dog. If you get inside our yard without knowing your story, that chicken will be on your case. My mom taught us from having the chickens that don't sit on eggs. They will lay eggs, we'll take them, we'll put them into a box, put something underneath, whether it's an old blanket and a big box, and put a light bulb. And then after 21 days, there's chickens. So sometimes you just switch off the light bulb for an hour or so, switch it on again, just like that, throughout the 21 days. And because we used to sleep at the reception in the kitchen, and we will be the first to hear that ziyakhala. No, chickens are ready now. Chicks are coming out of the eggs, and we will be so excited. I remember with my brother that I come after Oputnoma, and we'll be so excited. It was the best feeling moment ever to see that experiment from your normal egg. My mom putting them there, bring that one, bring that one, bring that one, putting them there, putting a light bulb and everything. That's why I've always said my mom is something else. She didn't go to school because she didn't have to. She is something else. So I've learned from that. So start with that, guys. Start with that and see what is your love about it. And forget about this video when you start that, guys. Do it as natural as possible. Don't do it to say, yeah, I think I love it, Coco. Yeah, Coco, no. I've realized that because of you are rushing to have money. No, it's not going to assist you. You'll be just giving me that money for free. Before you spend your money into a healer regarding that, this thing I'm talking about, test the waters yourself. Start with chickens. If the place allows you, 2 goats. Sometimes the place allows you just for chickens. So then you get to start with your meat chickens, the old chicken for meat, and then get to the free range chickens, hard body, umleqwa. Get into that. Let's see. You understand? So this one is gonna give you. You're gonna sell chickens for meat. You're going to sell eggs separately. Then get to the free range. Then get to layers, the ones that only lay eggs. Get cages, get layers. Test your market there. Test your love for chickens there. Are you able to take care of the chickens now? Are you able to take care of those goats now? Now you have realized chickens, you're fine. Goats, you're fine, and everything. You understand the medication, the supplements, everything that has to do with that. Where they stay, the water and everything. You are comfortable, or which your livestock that you started with is working. Cows have too much admin. Guys, don't go and buy a farm and say, I'm going to put chickens. Guys, it's not easy. Ever since I've started farming cows, I had more than 5 people looking after my cows. More than 5. And paying them well, treating them well. But I'll tell you that story when time is right. For now, I'm still emotional about that part. Let's forget about cows unless you are in cows, you have cows, you know very well what to do and everything, then it's okay. The bottom line is this livestock wealth, it's not for people who are not in love with livestock in general. It works, it can bring you lots and lots of money. Why, Gogo? Because of money is in agriculture. Period. Just before we add muti and everything, money is in agriculture. People have choice to buy a data or not, to buy a new shirt or not, to buy that or not. But people do not have a choice not to eat. I'm closing this video with that. Coco, why would you recommend a livestock or general farming? Because money is in agriculture. Money is here in the soil. This is where money is. That's it. You can do any business and everything. If you haven't got into a food business, you haven't made money. You haven't made money. Others, they say money in technology. It's fine. I agree with that as well. Because everybody moves with technology. It doesn't matter which technology you are in. It's agriculture and technology. And technology needs agriculture for the people in technology for them to function. And agriculture needs technology for it to function. There's cameras, there's what you can get that will make your life easier. There's a guy here, he stays in the UK. He's from Ghana. He runs everything on camera. Everything on camera. He's got one BNB, he's got a farm. He monitors everything there because in the UK, apparently he works at home, from home. So he monitors everything. He goes to the office once a week. All other week, the cameras are all over him. He monitors. He will tell you, why did you wake up late? Why this? Why this? Why? Because of technology. I'm giving you now a key for a livestock wealth. There will be part two of this one. Till then.